Hello, everyone.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy V-Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, honey.
Happy V-Day, sweetie.
I love you. Happy V-Day.
Ouch. She loves me so.
That was a love tap.
Yeah, that was a strong love tap.
I love you.
Love you too.
Well, this is a day that obviously is quite celebrated today, and we just wanted to get on and just to give some words of encouragement, to give some shouts out of love to those of you that are out there. We realize that there are many who celebrate this day, and it's a very happy day because they may be in relationships that are really good, and they feel love today. We also realize that there may be those of you out there who may have lost a loved one, or whose relationship you have been in, a marriage or some other relationship that did not turn out as well as you have wanted to, and today is a sad day. And so we feel for you in that regard. And so, which is why that this day, whether you're happy about it, or those of you in good relationships or positive relationships, it's just important today to obviously share that love with those around you, but then to share the love with just everybody, just giving a smile, a hug where it may be appropriate, a kind gesture to anybody and everyone, because you just never know how a person may be feeling inside, who may even just be a little down, and just by that kind gesture that they will be uplifted on this day. And so I know my husband, even when you're in relationships, sometimes you just wonder, you've been together for many years, and actually it's been 16 years for us, and you wonder how well a person may know you. And so I have a few questions that I would just like to ask him, sort of spontaneous, and we'll just see how well he does. You up for it?
I'm about to be tested. My knowledge, my love of you is going to be challenged here. Okay, come on.
Well,
bring them on.
We'll see. We'll see. You know me?
I know you.
Okay. Okay. All right. First question. What are the little things that make me happy?
I know the things that make you mad, but let me see.
What are the little things that make me happy?
What make you happy are food.
Food. Why does food make me happy?
She loves, because you love like breads and flaky kind of breads that smell good and taste good, and obviously because and that's just one thing, but you don't know, I'll be watching you when you're eating your desserts. She be in happy land.
I don't do that.
But I would say just little things like gestures, kind gestures. If I were able to, wash the dishes.
Now he's talking.
Or if I bring my domestic skills to the table, that makes you happy. If I vacuum, that makes you really happy. So, yeah, I would say doing nice gestures for you, kind gestures, things that you wouldn't have expected me to do, even though I try to do those types of things regularly. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Man, we gotta know how to please our wives. Anyway.
Yes, he's right from that standpoint about the acts of service. kinds of things. The foods, well, the acts of service. All right, so next question. Next question is, where do I dream of going?
That's easy.
Where do I dream of going?
Anywhere where you can submerge yourself in the Spanish language. Anywhere like Spain or Dominican Republic, or anywhere where you know they speak Spanish because you speak fluent Spanish. And
I speak enough Spanish.
you know, she's been really trying to get herself submerged for at least 2 to 3 months, which is going to be really required for her to really utilize her Spanish. She uses it a little bit here and there, but is that true?
Yes, I mean, I wouldn't mind going to a Spanish-speaking country. Spain is one of them, for sure. So,
See, I knew that.
Just because I would like to use my Spanish at another level, although I do get a chance to use it sometimes.
You have your passport, right?
I have my passport.
We're gonna go to Spain.
So we'll see. We'll see. And then the last question, there could be many other questions, but the last question would be, when did you first realize that you loved me?
Now you're gonna know this, right?
I'm going to know this.
Well, it's supposed to be a confirmation of when. That's why you're asking me the question, so I can confirm what you already know.
Right. So it's just one of those questions, but you all don't know. So when did you first realize that you loved me? Without it being.
I walked up behind you in the kitchen cooking dinner.
That was not the answer.
She can cook. You know the way to a man's heart.
That was not the answer.
Baby, it was a time when we lived in Kansas. I think I was visiting you before we got married, and you were cooking. I'm just thinking, this woman can cook, man. So
that was not the answer I was expecting,
food.
Actually.
And she definitely knows she knows the way to my heart.
I see.
Hey, what? I thought you knew that.
Okay.
I think I proposed to you in the kitchen if you remember.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So that would be in line with when I knew I fell in love with you. Well, she's not just a great cook, but she's just a beautiful person. So, I mean, if I want to make this right, it's not just the cooking. It's just how a wonderful person she is. She's caring and loving, and I knew I couldn't live without her.
Well, I wanted to say also is that actually getting to know your spouse, husband, wife, obviously we talk about in a marriage, maybe you're not married in a relationship, but in a marriage, I think it doesn't matter how many years you've been married, you have a lifelong time together of getting to know one another, because there are still some things about my husband that I am still learning. And so I don't think you ever arrive at like knowing everything about your mate. And so even though how well you think you may know them, there's always more to know. And with that, I would say that transitions me to thinking about the one person who loved me so much, loved you so much, loved you so much, who wanted a relationship with us, that he decided to send his son, Jesus, to the earth so that our relationship back to the Father could be established.
Ooh.
And even though I came to know him in a personal way where I gave my life to him too, so I can have that relationship with him back up in 74, it's amazing that I am.
I was a baby then.
It's amazing how I'm still in that relationship with him, and I'm just learning stuff with my Savior that it's just wonderful. And so that's how it is with my mate. The longer we're together, the more I learn about him. And actually, I think I love him more today than I loved him the first day I met him. Is because it's a, like, I don't want to say like a different type of love, but it's a deeper love. It's a sweeter love. It's a more enduring love. It's
unexplainable. No words can define her love for me. No, but we really have to understand that the most important relationship in our life is the one that's from God, and the way he expressed that was through Jesus. And we have to ask ourselves, do we know our God as much as we think we know him? Or do we need to invest more time in getting to know him? It's one thing to know him as your Savior, but how do we know him as our Lord? That's the most important question you have to answer. And in that lordship, is it a relationship that is, where you're complying or responding to the fact that he's your Lord and living a life that's cohesive with that lordship, which would be surrender? Are you in a surrendered relationship? I'm challenged, there's things that I know I can grow in, and so my wife and I, we grow together closer as my relationship and her relationship with God gets closer. It coordinates who we are. So what more can we say besides, happy Valentine's, and
happy Valentine's Day.
Receive the true Valentine that God
Yes.
sent to you. Is a package. Have you opened your package yet?
Yes. And so, as he said, happy Valentine's Day. And if today is a day where you're not feeling particularly loved, just realize that there is one who loves you as you are, and would love to have a relationship with you if you do not know him. And he will love you throughout eternity. And so just receive the love of Christ today, and receive the love from those around you, and we extend our love to you as well. And so with that,
great rest of your day.
Have a great Valentine's Day. We love you.
Share some love today.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.